Oh! My man is out. Look at him. He's asleep. My man. One shot. Boom. Oh. And he got it. It's all. But look, it's all from his back. All his power from the back. Right, he's setting it up.
He got that much room to get that out of punch.
Boom. It's like he barely touched it. That's how strong that dude is, man. That's all that back power, man. Because his legs is like baseball, man. He ain't putting no leg in it. That boy naturally gifted with that power, boy. He got that Alabama slammer for real. Straight up. I said round 3, didn't I? I said 3 rounds. It didn't go 3 rounds. Ooh, he's like, I barely touched him. I told him he barely touched him. It's just like. Yeah, Helenius, man, he don't move his head. He throws punches and he stands still. That's hard. Easy target for Wilder. If Wilder touch him, he's going to sleep. It ain't like hitting Tyson Fury. Fury moving. He's slick. He's moving. He'll tie you up. Way bigger. Hold on to you. Deontay Wilder. Woo! The champ is here.
Electrifying knockout, Deontay. I know you have a great deal of respect for Helenius. It was good to see him walk out on his own accord. Your assessment of this one, you have to be pretty proud of yourself.
Yes, I'd like to thank God, man. If you go out the door, he'll give you the victory. And tonight, he gave you the victory tonight. It's just amazing that we got this.
Man, he put him to sleep with his eyes open. Dog, he was out so much. Dog, they woke him up. He didn't even know the fight took place. My man was still on the ground for like 10 minutes. They was already celebrating the band, everybody in the ring. He's still on the floor. And he barely touched it. That's when I told y'all when he came in all big for Fury, the last fight he put on 10 extra pounds, that was nightmares for him. He don't need that. He don't need to put on no extra weight. Tyson Fury is too big and too skilled at that position.
This is my brothers. These are my brothers. And I love them so much, you know, and it's just been, it's been a good count for me. All people around me, you know, we wanted to make this fun again. We did this for so long until it just become a job. It's just something that you're doing. We just had to make it fun again. We made it fun again. We put over 720-something, 30-something rounds in. And it paid off tonight big time. And I just appreciate everybody coming out for the love and support.
Yep. All right, Princess here. I'm ready to roll now.
There's so much hate in this world. And we need to change it as the people. We
That's right.
Is that right hand? And it was a short right hand. And he caught
I love that chick I just saw 25 minutes ago. Where the hell she go? Tell her that. Alright.
He has a heart of a champion. I have a heart of a champion. I knew what he is capable of. I didn't take him lightly at all. I didn't take him for granted. I could look in his eyes that he really wanted this. He wanted to be his first countryman heavyweight champion of the world. With that being said, they're going to come. When you fight, they're going to come with a ++ game. And I knew that from Robert. So I had to take my time. I had to circle around the ring. I wanted to be and I showed it. And,
Oh yeah, it was brutal.
allowed him to reach and then when he reached out to him. So it was a great fight. I love you, man. I can't wait to see you.
To this day.
Who's next?
I was just going to ask you, who you're going to be over after Darrell again. Tell us who's next.
Well, I've been hearing rumors about Ruiz, and I see him in the bit now.
Uh-oh.
They come to a show of mine and then they see devastating knockout like that, they turn the corner on me. I'm happy. So,
Uh-oh, he called out Usyk.
Ruiz or Helenius
Or Andy Ruiz.
or whoever, let's bring it on. Deontay Wilder is back. They're cycling in the heavyweight division. There's no heavyweight division without Deontay Wilder. That's back.
The Broad Bomber is back, guys. Send it back to you.
All right, thank you so much. Hey, no question. Excitement is there.
Nah, you don't want to fight Fury no more, man. Stay away from
What it
this.
is what? 2-2 attack?
It ain't really that. It ain't really that, dog. That's not the fight for you. If you Deontay Wilder, you stay the hell away from Tyson Fury. That's the guy. He got the style to beat him.
I'm still disappointed in him. He don't want to move like today.
Dog, Fury is good at what he do. He's slick, he's big, he gonna put that weight on you, and he gonna get tired. And when you get tired,
You must know after that third one, I know how to win now.
yeah, but
310.
you gotta go through hell fighting that dude, man. That big dude got long arms, he be moving.
He looked good with his weight. He got that. He'll be looking on no more.
Right. That's the way I like it too.
Yeah.
All right, take it easy, man.
He's a mover and he's a slow guy. But here's the thing. Eventually, Deontay Wilder is going to hit you on the fight. Whether it's Fury that he puts down, or it's Helenius.
Oh yeah.
He's liable to hit you. He's going to hit you if he hits you. So he's not going to fare any better than anyone else that Deontay Wilder is.
And I'm not into the Ruiz, who seems to be one matched up. They get promotion-wise and time-wise as far as the fight. Well, look, I mean,
Andy Ruiz, had a great outing against Joshua. That's probably the one.
Yeah, Lennox out here looking old as hell, boy.
There's nothing bad.
Oh yeah, they still screwing up my monetization. I mean, not my monetization, but my views distribution.
Deontay Wilder fight.
take a look at the heavyweight landscape right now. Tyson Fury is the unified champ. Alexander Usyk has a bunch of the belts, and Deontay Wilder and Ruiz are both former heavyweight champions. Let us give us your assessment of the biggest names in the heavyweight division.
So it's Tyson Fury, Usyk, Wilder, and Andy Ruiz.
Definitely the biggest. And,
Anthony Joshua's just out the game right now.
And I think it'll be a good fight between Usyk and Deontay because, seeing both of them guys matched up would be interesting.
And again, as Deontay said, we need more love in this world. I love you guys.
Okay.
Good sports.
All right, let's get through it.
As he's asking for Robert Helenius, and we hope he's all right. But I'll tell you, I think
Caleb Plant versus Anthony Darrell was my fight of the night. Those two didn't like each other. They was nice and pissed off when they fought. And that was it. They went at it. And Caleb Plant caught him with a hook, double hook. One to the body, and as soon as he opened up, wow, caught him up top.
Through the heavyweight division, the return of the king, Deontay Wilder. Here in King Sean.
That just shows you how strong. Wilder is at 250 pounds. That's the weight he needs to be. He's athletic, he's young. That's the way he needs to roll. He don't need to be no 300-pound dude to go in there and knock somebody out. Now, let's go through all the fights tonight. Alicia Baumgardner. Now, Alicia Baumgardner, she was in a tough fight. Like, Mayer was all over her early and was catching up with counter shots. And she got a lot of durability and a lot of heart over that speed and technical stuff she was doing. Her combinations becoming, repetitive. And she was getting caught a lot. That fight could have went either way. But I'm glad she got her hand raised. But I think they can have a rematch off that. Clarissa Shields, she surprised her. That's not the same Clarissa Shields she fought before in the amateur. She's fighting Clarissa Shields, who's entirely different. Clarissa Shields has she's improved her boxing tremendously since she was an amateur. So what she came out with was that double jab and right hand, bop, bop. She was quick, using her speed and power. It was catching her off guard. And I said, yep, now I know. So she won unanimously. She was beating her to the spot with her speed and getting off with that jab. And them jabs was having an effect. She was feeling that power. She didn't. Now this wasn't the same Clarissa she fought before. This is a well-trained Clarissa Shields. She didn't fight somebody who seasoned at the pro level. So she was feeling that. She felt that experience. Because she was gunshot. She was keeping them guns home and staying on defense. She was feeling that power. Good win for Clarissa Shields. Now, let's get to Devin Haney and Cambosos Part 2. Now, this fight started a little different today because Cambosos, he upped the tempo. He was in better shape this fight. And he brought the fight. He was getting by Devin jab early. Devin thought it was going to be another day at the office. And nope. Cambosos was a lot different. In better shape. He came with the headbutts, the elbows, the boom, boom, boom. He was all in his bag. So round one was Cambosos. He had everybody rolling. Then I say about round two, it was good going back and forth for a minute. Then Devin started to pull away. And he almost stopped Cambosos in the 10th round. He caught him with some big shots. Cambosos left it all in the ring. But give Devin credit for biting down and fighting hard and doing what a champion's supposed to do, is rise to the top. Throw all the big shots you want, but he gonna rise to the top. Devin showed he's fighting real competition in their backyard and did it twice. Went to their country twice and washed them. Don't matter. Any way you want it. So, I gave him a lot of credit.
That's awesome.
He had to dig down deep for that. Yeah, he went all the way down. He took some big shots. Then he took some headbutts, and he still came up. Did his thing. Now I'm saying he should fight the winner of if Tank and Ryan Garcia can get a chance to fight. If Tank and them could get a chance to fight, that's what it should be. on everything. If him and Tank could fight, what are we talking about? Because if him and Tank was able to fight, listen, this wouldn't even be we wouldn't even be talking about this no more. If him and Tank could fight, this wouldn't even be a question. They barely want to push my videos anymore. Because of some damn spam shit. But, hey, it is what it is. We deal with it. We roll with the punches. Deontay, Wilder gonna do what he do. Wilder's always been out of control, right? But he came in here fully prepared for this fight. He came in trying a new tactic. The guy outweighed him by at least about 30 pounds. The guy, Helenius, is about 30, 40 pounds bigger than Deontay Wilder. It didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. Wilder saw him coming, clipped him, boom. So all he had to do was clip him. Oh yeah, Caleb Plant saw it coming. He saw that Anthony Darrell was slowing down. And look, Anthony Darrell is old. If this was the young Anthony Darrell, he would have knocked Plant out. See, Anthony Darrell was waiting too much. You can't wait that much on him. You can't let Plant dictate the entire offense of the fight. He was just thinking, I'm going to catch him with a right hand and the fight will be over. I'm going to make this young boy come for me, and then I'm going to catch him and rough him up, and then that's going to be the fight. It's not going to go that way. You're going to have to use your jab. You got to show him something. You wasn't jabbing. If you're just going to try to counter him all night, it's not going to be there for you. And sure enough, you let Plant set you up for that. Because he don't respect nothing coming. He know you waiting to counter. He went to the body, waited for you to open up, then came up top with the same punch. And he never saw it. He was getting ready to throw his left. That's all he knew is, okay, I felt the left. He probably finna come with the right, so I'm finna come with my left because he opened. He just set the trap. He threw the left to the body, waited for you to open up, wham, and closed it quick. And he never saw it coming, man, and put him to sleep. Big shout out to Caleb Plant. That was a big win for him. He needed that. Even though Anthony Darrell is older and all that stuff, it was a signature win. Because nobody really knocked Anthony Darrell out. I think he got knocked out one time only. I know he got stopped by cuts off of Benavidez, but other than that, you know, it was impressive. The way I see the future of boxing is always going to be Devin Haney and Lomachenko. If they could get that fight going, but I think Devin's too big for Lomachenko. I mean, Lomachenko's a different fighter than Cambosos. Cambosos is more of a rugged fighter, you know, roughhouse. And Devin's too big for him to be able to bully in roughhouse. So he tried it. I mean, he tried it tonight, but that ain't going to get it done against Devin. You got to be technical. You got to beat him to the ankles. And that speed, Lomachenko could probably do it, but the size will be too much for him. So Teo Lopez is back, so we'll see. I would love to see Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. That's the fight that's got to happen. That's the fight that needs to happen. Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney need to get in there and mix it up. That's what it's got to be now. That's what was supposed to be the fight. Until he lost, Teofimo Lopez lost to Cambosos, then Cambosos got 2 fights out of it. So now Teofimo Lopez has got to be next. We gotta get it. We gotta get that going. If Andy Ruiz fight Wilder, man, Wilder would knock Humpty Dumpty ass out. Ain't none of that. No, man, that fat boy will be asleep. You gonna see a wave go through his body, and that boy Humpty Dumpty gonna have a great fall. Shoot, he ain't getting up. Trust me, Humpty Dumpty will have a great fall when he go up in there with Deontay Wilder. Wilder hit Humpty Dumpty one more time. I mean, I like Andy Ruiz. Andy could move. He could do all these things, but when Humpty Dumpty get in there with Wilder crack Humpty, guess what? That's a wrap. That's a wrap. King KO, okay. Where's old Midas Touch? Remember Midas Touch? There you go. Midas Touch. I was just calling your name. What's up? What happened, man? You told me Baumgartner was going to lose, and you told me Clarissa Shields was going to lose. You said the sisters was going to lose. Boy, they went to the UK and kicked that ass, and they coming back with the belts. I told you Midas Touch. They got the Midas Touch. That's how it is. I won't say it's a robbery, but it could have went both ways. It could have went both ways. I mean, the way I saw the fight, it could have went both ways. I had to fight a draw, really. The way I scored it was a draw, but there's some swing rounds in there. Mayer landed some clean counter shots, but she was letting Baumgartner get off with combinations. You know, and I'm just like, you landed some good counter shots, some good hard counter shots, but you know, you letting Baumgartner get off a little bit and start and dictate the offense. And for a judge, they're going to give it to the person that starts the offense instead of the person that's counterpunching. I ain't have her winning by no 4 rounds. But I had it close. I had it a draw. But I'm like, this fight could go either way. Because Baumgartner was getting caught. And see, that's the thing about Mayer is that she can endure. You can be hitting her with everything. She's got the heart. She's got the drive. She could keep pushing. We've not really seen that from Alicia Baumgartner. Does she have that drive when she get in trouble to dig deep and pull it out and keep fighting it? You know, so she was just trying to survive and win rounds and get some points. Mayer was trying to win. She was trying to knock you out, stop you. She's trying to win. So it's a whole different thing in there. She's got the will of a champion. So that's the thing about her. You know, of course, Alicia Baumgartner was outspeeding her in the fight. So she chose her strategy to counterpunch and just set stuff up for timing. I didn't really see it like that at all. Thanks for the super chat, though. I appreciate that. Dog, Wilder been with that woman for the past like 5-6 fights. you just not seeing his wife, girlfriend, or whatever she is. She been there a long time. No, I see the difference. That's what I see. I see the difference in everything that's transpiring now. You look at, let's say, all the events that you've seen transpiring in professional sports, right? And you look at boxing. Boxing is not one of the top tier sports anymore. The way the lights and the cameras and everything make you look like it is, but it isn't. Because if it was, a guy like me wouldn't be in it. You know, I'm sports media in boxing. Why? Because anybody can basically be sports media in boxing. You don't need no real credential. All you gotta do is love boxing, really, and start you a website or whatever, and you're boxing media. So it don't really mean too much anymore these days. But I'm boxing media. I can go to the fights. I can know how to go for free. You know? If you're really passionate about it, because nobody really, the A-list media don't really deal with boxing. ESPN don't really deal with sport like boxing like that, unless it's Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao. Other than that, they don't care. They don't care about boxing. That's why HBO's giving it up. Showtime's about to give it up. They don't care. It's not their concern. That's not their bread and butter anymore. You know what they care about? Money. They'll take it any way they can. The pandemic then turned them into vampires. But they was always that way. They throwing a lot of them on pay-per-view. Just to see how y'all react to it. Is boxing dead? No, it's not, as long as they're making fights. I mean, they, as far as being on the big major screen of like HBO and all that stuff's done. HBO is out of that business. And Showtime is trying to stay in the business, but they really should be out of it, to be honest. Because they gotten everything they can get out of it that's huge. I mean, really, there's no more hugeness going on unless Floyd Mayweather decides to get active again. And I just think other people just got things to do. It's more important. No, it don't really bother me that much. Like I said, I was hoping Anthony Darrell can get a victory for himself, but Caleb Plant got the victory because he earned it. It's a powerful knockout. Yeah, man. Things change. What's next for Wilder? Like I said, either he's gonna fight. Either he's gonna fight. What's up, sincerely? Either he's gonna fight. Ruiz. He called out Usyk. He wants to fight Usyk. If Wilder fight Usyk, that'll be a good fight while it lasts. But Usyk gets hit by Wilder. This ain't like Anthony Joshua. Usyk better bring a pillow, because he is going to sleep. And they kept talking about some Anthony Joshua Wilder. Stop playing. Man, stop playing. Anthony Joshua will be going to sleep. Anthony Joshua is a guy that doesn't move his head also. And he depends on his power. And he uses a jab, which is good and bad. He's susceptible to right hands. You could easily set him up with his right hand. As Dr. Steelhammer, Vladimir Klitschko, or Vitaly, no, it was Vladimir, that put him on his back with that Steelhammer right hand. But this is back when he was juiced to the max, so he was able to get up from that. He wouldn't have got up from that if he wasn't on that special formula. He was using brand X. I know, right? I was very disappointed in how a lot of the, a lot of the shows were going at the time. Like the boxing fights, how they keep getting canceled and called off. I never thought I would be. I never thought I would have to be the one to actually make that play or make that call. I felt that even at the fights, like it's some fights here in Chicago I normally would be at right now, calling and working the fights, sleeping with the ring girls. I mean, I'm through with that life. Trust me. Cena then did it all. Ring girls, everything, man. Like me and the promoters going out to the steakhouse. They open up late at night just for us. Cause I'm with the promoter of the fight. We got the baddest chicks in there, slutty white girls. It's a bunch of them hanging around. There's, ring girls that want to blow up. They only getting paid $200, $300 for the night just to hold the cards up. So when they see you out, now eating dinner with them, drinking, and they want to go do something extra, and and try to come up. It was a great time. I mean, this is like perks of the job. Fury is going to fight Anthony Joshua and then retire. That's where the money's at. If he fights Anthony Joshua right now, he'll still make good money and can get out of it. That's all he needs to do. All he needs to do is fight Anthony Joshua and retire. That's your end game. You don't need nothing else if you're Deontay Wilder. I mean, if you Tyson Fury. Because if you get another Deontay Wilder fight and he's stupid enough to want to fight you again, then by all means take that fight. Because you know you're going to win it. Because Wilder cannot beat Fury. It is known now. Boxing helped got me in his house. I mean, it all played a part. Everything did, but Floyd Mayweather, basically him becoming the best fighter in the world kind of helped me, because whenever you have somebody that's a friend of yours end up actually becoming the best number one top earner and number one fighter in the world, and you cool with them, that's going to kind of boost you up when you get into a boxing media now, and you're interviewing Floyd Mayweather all of a sudden, and you get an exclusive interview with Floyd. People can't get that. It's only like a few handful of people who could say, especially at that time, that they had an exclusive one-on-one with Floyd. And I was one of them. Other one was major publications, and then there was like little old me. And I mean, he talked to me for an hour straight. And then after the interview was over, about some months later, I remember I texted him and he said, "Man, like, what's up?" And I was like, "Man, they ain't gonna put out my interview. They stopping it, blah, blah, blah." Floyd came in and knocked all that down. Floyd said, "Nah, they ain't. I got you. What you want to talk about?" And it was the best live stream probably we ever did. And I ain't never had a problem going nowhere else. Wilder only won 2 rounds in that fight. I had Tyson Fury winning the first fight, so I don't know what you're talking about. I said the fight was scored a draw. But I had Fury winning with 2 rounds, 10-8, 10-8, and then another round in the fight. But Wilder, that's about his involvement. He had 2 10-8 rounds and 1 10-9 in his favor. It's a lot of nonsense been going on. How did I meet Floyd? I met Floyd in 1995 in Milwaukee. He was at the auditions for the Olympics. I mean, I think they were in the Nationals at that time. And Nate Jones, we were up there to see Nate Jones. Nate fought in the heavyweight division. And they was fighting to see who's going to go to the Olympics and all this stuff. So that's where we first met Floyd. So him and Nate became best friends during that Olympic trial, and they ended up on the 96 Olympic team. Nate Jones is from Cabrini Green Projects, Chicago, Illinois. So, of course, we know each other from that. So that's how I knew Floyd. Been knowing him since 1995. I used to work for Don King Productions. A lot of people don't know that. They was like, you just was in the ring with Don King. No, I worked with Don King. I was shadowing Juan Gonzalez, who was the director of boxing for Don King Promotions. And I was shadowing him because Carl wanted me to take Juan's position. Yeah, a lot of things was off. Especially during no time. Tell me about it. What were they all gonna do? So, working for Don King. Oh, what's up, Kwame? You saw Wilder? I tell you, as soon as I got my new beer, the fight was already over. I got the new lights up in here now. See, got new lights. Look at that. Bam! Sparkling up in here. Oh, you talking to Kwame. I was going to say, that's my grandfather's name is Geach. That's the Geach. Bubba Geechee. Oh, Deontay Wilder knew going in that this guy doesn't move his head. So if you give him some movement and make that guy reach, he gonna do all the work and try to come on in. And when he come in, he coming in squared up. And if he comes in squared up, he gonna get put to sleep. But Caleb Plant and what's his name? Shoot, that was it there. Him and Anthony Darrell, that was the fight of all fights. They don't like each other. It was serious beef between the two. They didn't embrace after the game, nothing. But here is a clear setup. Boom. Right there. Clear setup shot. Here it is again. Woof. It's a beautiful setup shot by Plant. Body. He goes to the body, right, to set it up the shot. Here it comes. He waited. Here it is coming up top. Oh. This is called being old and being 38 years old. He didn't see that shot coming at all. And that's because he kept waiting on Plant to be first and kept trying to counter him. See, when you older, you can't chase them young boys around no more. You not doing the things you used to do, which is called putting in the work. He ain't jabbing anymore like he used to. Ant used to be jabbing and coming after you. And you got to do that. Even if you're a young bull, you old veteran, you got to still let that guy know you're a live dog. If you let this guy know that your whole strategy is, I'm going to let you come after me, you're going to be in for a long night. Because if your strategy is, I'm just going to let you come after me, and you could set the pace, somebody who's fast and young like Caleb Plant, they could set traps for you. They have all the advantage. You done took everything out of their hands. This man Pat said Helenius took a dive, and it was obvious. You think Helenius took a dive? That just shows you what you don't understand. Let me tell you about Helenius, okay? He would have been the first man in his country ever to win a championship. That man didn't want to come in there and lose. Not at all. He wasn't even supposed to be there. He got the upset over the Polish guy called Kowalski or whatever. He was supposed to be the guy. But Helenius knocked him out. You see that man's eyes? You think his eyes tell you he there? His eyes didn't tell him he was there. His eyes said, oh no. Wilder was too big for his last fight. He was at like 231. Not a size he should be. This 214 is where he needed to be. Boom. It's a short shot. Wilder's strength comes from his back. See, y'all think he got to really land something like wind up. No, he don't. His strength comes from his back. He's built like me. I'm strong like that because of my back. I have a very strong back. So because I have a strong back, I can land powerful blows without having to turn my hips or use my legs. If I use my legs, I get more torque on it, or torque, or whatever you want to call it. But I get more leverage if I use my hips and my legs. But if I can hurt you with just an arm punch, boom. See, look, I barely touched it. Barely touched it. Look at this. Woof. He's wide open. No, the Dodgers ain't choking. They getting rid of all these imposters. The Dodgers are some imposters right along with the Yankees. Man, shouts out there, Kwame Brown, Bust Life. Don't forget to subscribe to him. And right here, subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit the like button. Y'all all here. It is what it is. Deontay Wilder, is he back? I don't think he ever left. He just can't beat Tyson Fury. If he ever fights, Tyson Fury again, Tyson Fury is definitely it's gonna be a problem. I think Fury has the blueprint to beat Wilder. He can hit him, tie him up, put his weight on him. Wilder don't know how to fight anybody like bigger than him. It messes him up psychologically. Yeah, what's up? Wilder versus Usyk. He called out Usyk. If Usyk wants to fight him, I mean he can, but I don't think that'll be a good fight for Usyk. I think Usyk will be knocked out. Fury can outbox Wilder. Plus, he's gonna tie him up if he needs to, and then throw shots to the chest or to the body area where he can rest and he can move around freely, control the world where he wants the world to be by cursing them. Yeah, I'm tired, man. I need to go lay it down. I got a lot to go on tomorrow. So this is cool. We chopped it up for a little minute. I heard a lot of you guys talk. Devin Haney should be fighting Teo Lopez. Plant should be fighting the person he called out, Charlo, or Usyk, any one of them. Then it's just not a good feeling. But let me get up out of here. All right. Good night.